Auzubillahi minash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Abdul Basit Malik. My today's topic is a rule of 30-30-30 for weight loss. Before I go with the rule of 30-30-30, I would like to talk a little bit about the causes and reasons of fat, central fat, subcutaneous fat, and accumulation of fat in the liver and around the liver. So central fat is a fat which is present in and around the liver. The liver becomes fatty liver, and there is fat in peritoneum. There is fat around the intestine and other body viscous inside the abdomen. This is the beginning of the disease. This is the beginning of the problem, and then it goes ahead and it involves the whole body, and there is more and more fat accumulation inside the body underneath the skin, which is called subcutaneous fat. The most important causes of this fat accumulation in the body are bad metabolism at the cellular level in the whole body, and a bad metabolism particularly at the cellular level in the liver. The hepatocytes, they get sick and they start making and accumulating fats, and the causes of this disease or sickness is the intake of unnecessary intake of carbohydrates. Our food has three main components: carbohydrates, which are in shape of sugars, refined sugars, or table sugar, which is sucrose. It is composed of two different molecules, glucose and fructose. Glucose is the one which is terminally used by the cells to make energy in all the cells, whether they are cells of muscles, brain, bones, skin, intestines, stomach, epithelial cells, endothelial cells. Every cell uses glucose in the form of energy. The other component is protein, which is uh, absorbed in the body and is converted into amino acids, and these amino acids are used for the construction of many parts of the cells and hormones and different blocks. So proteins are other nutrients which are very important. The third important nutrition is the fat, which is composed or which is made with fatty acids, and these fatty acids, they are converted into cholesterol and other fatty compounds, which are utilized in the formation of cell membrane in all the cells. So all the three components of diet, they are very important, but for the energy purposes, the first important molecule used by the body is glucose. When fructose comes along with glucose from this source, like sugars or high fructose corn syrup, this is an overload to the liver, and it cannot consume all the fructose into the body as glucose, and finally it starts converting fructose into triglycerides and fatty acids, which are accumulated within the hepatocytes or liver cells, and then into the muscle cells, and then into everywhere in the shape of central fat and in the shape of subcutaneous fat. So unnecessary intake of sugar or sugary drinks, where they are coming from, they are coming from soft drinks, they are coming from juices. We drink a lot of juices and we think they are very healthy. Yes, they are healthy in the sense that they have vitamins, vitamin C and other vitamins, but there is abundance of fructose in them. So anything which is made with a processed high fructose corn syrup is definitely going and turning into the fat within the liver. So the other, at the same time, there are saturated fats, high intake of saturated fats or trans fats, and most of the items made in the bakeries, they are made with the saturated fats. So they are another contributory factor to produce fatty acids and to produce fatty liver. When there is fatty liver, which is called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, when fats are accumulated within the liver and it becomes fatty, it becomes slow for its functions, and its functions are no more normal functions. So in spite of doing good job, now it is doing a bad job, which is not good for health in any way. And with the intake of high intake of carbohydrates and sugars, there is increased output of insulin hormone, which ultimately puts the body into storage mode. Insulin has a role in the absorption of glucose from blood into the cells, but its ultimate role is to induce the body cells to produce or to conserve fat from the fatty acids, even to convert sugars into fatty acids and then to store it as fat. And secondly, insulin stops the actions of leptin and other hormone, which tells the body that we are no more hungry and we should not eat anymore, and they send the message of satiety to the brain, which are blocked by insulin. So insulin is now doing two things. One is making fat and the other is stopping the fat to be consumed as a fuel. So in the presence of insulin, nobody can get lose fat or lose weight. High insulin is always because of repeated eating and repeatedly eating carbohydrates. So now I am coming to the rule of 30-30. The rule of 30-30 is soon after you wake up in the morning, 30 minutes later, you should consume 30 grams of protein. So 30 minutes after waking up, this is 130, 30 grams of protein. 30 grams of protein means you are taking 5 eggs. One egg has 6 grams of protein. Or you are consuming 130 grams of steak or minced meat or kebabs or any shape of fish, meat, chicken, whatever. And this 125, 30 grams, they have 30 grams of protein. About a cup of Greek yogurt has 15 to 16 grams of protein. So you can take 2 eggs and a cup of yogurt, Greek yogurt, plain whole milk Greek yogurt. Or you can use, if you like, some kind of bars. You can use energy bars where there are zero sugars, but there are 20 grams of proteins in it. But you have to consume 30 grams of proteins within 30 minutes of your wake up time. This is the second 30. The third 30 comes after about an hour or so, when these proteins they are digested and now they are within your blood as amino acids, then you should start a workout, a kind of cardio workout, aerobics or Tabata or any shape of workout, or cycling or treadmill, where your heart rate is around 125, 130. It should not be exceeding 135. So in this way, you are making your body, you are giving a steady stimulus to your heart, cardiovascular system, and your body, so that in the later hours it will start um, using and consuming the accumulated fats within the body, within the central fat, within the subcutaneous fat. But please note, in the presence of glucose, body's first priority is to use glucose as fuel, and the second priority is proteins. When the storage of glucose in the liver and in the muscles, which is in form of glycogen, it is consumed within 20 minutes of exercise. The next thing it will start consuming will be your proteins from your lean muscle mass. It will liquefy them, it will convert them into glucose, and it will use them, and the process is called gluconeogenesis. And this way you are actually losing muscle mass. Now you are very happy that, oh, I'm working for so many years, for so many months, I'm working in the morning and I'm doing 1 hour of hard work, hard exercise, but I'm not losing weight. Yes, you will not lose, because you are actually losing muscles. And the next 24 hours, your body regains those muscles, and the next day, you again liquefy them, because you are not having proteins within your body, within your system. So, it is important to use the intake of proteins so that those proteins can be used as amino acids, and they can be available, they may be available while you are doing exercise. And remember, the fats are not used during the motion, during the exercise. Fats are only burned when you are at a resting mode. So after that, this is your brunch, this is your lunch, this is your breakfast, whatever you say, 30 grams of protein. But if you need some snacking during the day, again you should take some protein. I do not recommend any snacking with glucose, with fructose, with sugars, but you can have some apples, some fruits, some berries, because now the fructose is associated with the fiber, so it will not be that much absorbed. So I will say you should conserve your total calorie intake: 10 to 15% carbohydrates, 50 to 55% proteins, and about 25 to 30% fats, which are actually within those proteins. So take grass-fed meats, take whole free cage organic eggs, and you can use some Greek yogurt. And within a month, you will see there is a distinguished decreased body weight, and you will shred pounds of fats, not the muscles. So if you like the video, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon, and tell your friends and family to subscribe the channel, so that this message can spread to everyone. Thank you very much.